Hello everyone, my name is Felicity and I am the founder and creative director of Felisiti Greis. I design and create couture bridal wear and occasion wear for brides and women seeking exquisite elegance. So today I am here to give you some tips and advice on outfits for brides that have been affected by COVID. So this year has been a whirlwind for the wedding industry as a whole, and for both suppliers and couples alike. COVID has affected almost everyone in some shape or form, but that is not the reason I'm here today. I am here to tell you that regardless of COVID, if you are willing to go ahead with your wedding, you can still have the wedding of your dreams and wear the dress of your dreams still. And so I am mainly here just to show you and give you advice on how you can navigate this whole new world we find ourselves in. The main advice that I always give to my brides is that whatever your design, whatever wedding dress you want to wear on your day, make sure it's something that embodies who you are as a person. So you want whatever dress or your final design to speak to you. Because I'm a bespoke and couture designer, I am able to take my brides on a journey to create something that is special, and also just truly made for them and handcrafted, with every single detail that they want. I'm able to bring that to life for them. So that is the beauty about having something made bespoke. But not every bride wants to go bespoke. For brides that do not necessarily have a bespoke dress in mind, there is so many other ways that you can find your dream dress. Or if COVID has been a reason for you to downsize your wedding, you can still wear an outfit that is amazing and looks great on you and makes you feel your absolute best. When it comes to your wedding and whether or not you've been affected by COVID, you probably have a lot of questions on your mind at this point. So I am going to bring forth some of the questions and try and answer them for you, and hopefully that helps in a way, in terms of helping you decide on bridal outfit choices that you may want to go for your wedding. So some questions that brides may have on their mind in this situation that we find ourselves would be, can I still wear my original design to my micro wedding? And that question, I would say yes, you can, but again, that is something that is entirely based on your decision and how you feel about wearing that dress to your micro wedding. So if you had, say for example, like a ball gown, originally like a huge, beautiful fluffy ball gown that you wanted to wear for your original wedding day, due to COVID, you may feel like it's too big for a micro wedding. But I would say go with how you want to feel on the day. I am a couture designer, and whenever I'm designing for brides, emotions are a big part of my designs. Like I always ask my brides, tell me how you want to feel. Base my design on just emotions. Like that is a big part of my design process. I want to be able to help you exude whatever emotion you want to exude on the day. So if you want to feel amazing, you feel like that particular ball gown, which we're using in this scenario, is what you want to wear for your wedding day, I would say 100% go for it. But if you're still not sure, about your wedding dress, which is the original design, if you feel like it's too overpowering for a micro wedding, and then there are other ways to go about it. If you've already got your design, it's going to be a choice you make whether or not you want to either, there's an option to alterate, or you can keep your wedding dress still, because I know some brides that have kept their wedding dresses because they plan on having like a different ceremony or another ceremony once everything goes back to, we have some normality back again, then they will have a ceremony. If you're one of those brides, then amazing, you can keep your original wedding dress if you feel like it's too overpowering for your micro wedding, and then you can go for something that is a little bit more toned down for your micro micro wedding. So again, I'm going to use that ball gown scenario. If you are going to have originally a ball gown, I'm sure there must be a reason why you chose a ball gown. It could be that it's the perfect shape, silhouette for your body shape, or it could be that you just love ball gowns in general and you always dreamed about wearing one for your wedding. So if that is the case, you may want to change things around slightly and maybe go for like a dipped hem. So a dipped hem will allow you to still have like the fluffiness of the style that you wanted. You can even keep the original bodice if you wanted, or the idea, or change it up a little bit and then go with a dip hem. So with a dip hem, the beauty about dip hem is that you can have a train, you can have a longer train if you wish, and then the front would just be like a shorter, so it could be just like maybe above the knee or just below the knee, but usually it's nicer if it's like slightly above the knee. You can add some volume into it, and it's something that is very flattering for a lot of people, and I think it's going to look amazing on you if you opted for that for your micro wedding. Another question that a bride who's been affected by COVID and having to decide whether to have a micro wedding is that, can I wear anything other than a dress for my wedding? And the answer is yes, you can. You can opt for things like a jumpsuit. If you're a fashion forward bride who just wants to like have a bit of fun and something out of the norm for your wedding day, you can go with a jumpsuit. A jumpsuit just makes you feel empowered. It's also, it can be feminine in a way. It depends on how the design is created, but a jumpsuit can be the perfect choice for you. And I am going to try and add an image of a jumpsuit that I created for a shoot that I did sometime last year. It was beautiful and it was perfect for a micro wedding. So yes, I think a jumpsuit or even a play suit would be nice for a micro wedding. So yes, like I said earlier, the possibilities are endless when it comes to a micro wedding. There's so many things that you can incorporate. There's so many things that you could do and make it really, really fun, and also allow your personality to shine through. If you're a bespoke bride, usually how it works is that you'll go to your designer's either studio or showroom or atelier and get everything started, and that's where your dress journey will start or continue. But due to COVID, and as we're all aware that we're in lockdown, designers may have to close their shops. So I know that I have closed my atelier, and I'm not, so it's temporarily closed to in-person appointments. However, I have been holding virtual appointments throughout with all my brides and clients. So how my virtual appointment works may be different slightly from how another designer's one may work. So this is how my virtual appointment works, and I think it usually runs across like most designers. So again, it can be like give you an idea of how virtual appointments work. So for me, if a bride reaches out to me during COVID, what happens is that I book a virtual design appointment with them over like Zoom or FaceTime or any other video platform. And then I just talk them through their designs. They tell me what their dreams and vision for the dress is. What happens is I listen to all of that. I'm able to show them some of my beautiful designs, and some are here, so I'm able to show that to them. And then from there, I show them fabric samples. I can get very close with the, with the fabric. They're able to see the textures, they're able to see the colors, and we can decide on and finalize designs. What happens is I create like a sketch for them during the virtual appointment, and they're able to see and visualize their dress and their dream dress for the very first time. And that's just like, some brides get so emotional during that moment, and I think it's just so beautiful. But it all starts with like a virtual appointment. So get in touch with that designer that you want to create your bespoke dress for you. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to arrange a virtual appointment with you. And if you're looking to contact me, you're more than welcome to get in touch, and I will be it will be a pleasure to have and arrange a virtual appointment with you. I think a micro wedding is a beautiful way that your personality can really shine through. So big weddings or weddings with like a bigger guest list, sometimes you may be limited by budget, but I think the beauty about micro weddings is that one, you get to save a lot, more than if you're going for like your original wedding plan or a bigger wedding. I knew that some brides originally just like wanted micro weddings regardless of COVID, and I know some brides have had to navigate due to COVID and they have had to downsize their weddings. So for those brides, in a way, you get to save money. I know you cannot have all your friends and family there like you wanted, but you can save some money on by downsizing your wedding. Also, you can get to actually just like have things and get a lot more out of your budget. So say you had your heart set on like this beautiful couture handcrafted dress, with beautiful laces and embroideries and embellishments. You may have been limited before by budget, but this time, because you had to downsize, you can actually go a little more, all out for your dress and look absolutely your best. And so I think that is the one of the benefits of a micro wedding. Again, it's not for everyone, but for the brides that decide to have a micro wedding, I think this is one of the benefits that you get out of it, and it's beautiful. And so yeah, also for micro weddings, what it helps you do, you can also add things like sentimental value to you. So say you wanted to get a dress designed, or handcrafted especially for you, and you can decide to add sentimental things. So if you have maybe like your grandmom's vintage lace, and you can discuss it with your designer. They can add some of these laces and incorporate it into your design. You can have some embroidery of maybe special phrases that you and your better half like, or anything that has like holds a sentimental value to you. These are things that we can incorporate as bridal designers in your wedding dress, with or without COVID. So that may be something you want to discuss with your designer and to see if that can be incorporated in your own wedding dress. I'm just going to show you some dresses and ideas that I think will be fabulous for a micro intimate wedding. So I'm going to start off with this design because I think it's so beautiful and special. So this is exposed corset kind of dress. So it's a midi dress. It is beautiful. It's mint. The beauty about micro weddings is that you can decide to not be as traditional if you wanted. So you can decide to be more fashion forward. For example, decide to not wear white. You are completely allowed, like it's your wedding. Whatever you want to do, make sure whatever you're doing makes you happy. So if you wanted to go with like something minty, or especially now that we're getting into spring, mint is like a perfect color for spring. It's beautiful and it would look amazing on you. So yeah, this is something that you could possibly think about. So to incorporate maybe colors into the dress that you're going to wear. However, if you wanted to still use white, you can use white, and so this can also come in white. It can be made in white, and even though it's mint now, we can reimagine it and make it in white for you if that's what you wanted. Also, there's this design here that I think is absolutely beautiful and will look amazing on any bride at all for a micro wedding. So again, it's a straight cut with just like it arches into the straps, and then it has like a silk at the bottom, and the bodice is a little slightly transparent but not indecent, and it's covered with beautiful chantilly laces. And so there's just like two different types of laces that I have fused together and just like embroidered and embellished it with gemstones. There's floral detail, there's sequence, it has a lot of character, but at the same time it's very understated, and it's also very beautiful and slender and falls very gracefully at the bottom. So I think, again, dresses like this that are understated and not overly out there is a perfect choice for a micro wedding. I also have here a beautiful crepe dress. It has an open back, which is very beautiful and flattering, and it has a split at the front as well. So this is just like will be perfect. Again, very understated yet very beautiful, has lots of personality, has a clean cut. I think when you think micro wedding, you just want to do something that speaks to, like I said, your personality, and also just like if you're wanting to go for something more chic and classy, micro wedding is the perfect time to do that. You don't necessarily have to be overly traditional if you don't want to. It allows you the chance to be yourself. You know, it's your wedding day. Be yourself. You're around people you love, and be the happiest you possibly can be. I have this design, it's all over sequins. It has a beautiful sweeping train, but again, this design is something that is simple yet is very classy, and then you can wear it for your micro wedding if you wanted to. So I think with micro wedding for brides who've been affected by COVID, you want to think about designs that speaks to your personality. You want to have designs that are understated yet very classy, very elegant, or whatever theme you're going for. Make sure that that design speaks to the theme as much as it speaks to your personality. Micro wedding does not mean that the beauty or the impact should be less. Micro wedding actually allows you to go all out and have the most fun, with the design of your dress. Another thing to think about is you can incorporate like detachables for a micro wedding. So you can have detachable, so you can, for example, maybe have like a detachable overskirt on a dress like this sequence one that I showed you. So you could have like an overskirt. This is actually a belt, but imagine this being an overskirt where it goes over it. You can maybe after the ceremony you can decide to take off that overskirt and just leave it as it is and use it for the reception. So again, you can incorporate that 2-in-1 kind of design idea and make the most out of your wedding dress. So you don't necessarily have to change, because there may be some brides that feel like micro wedding is just a small gathering and they don't want to be feel like they're wearing one dress and having to change into another. Just rethink your whole idea. Feel free. Do not put any limits on yourself, because it's your wedding. You just have to take those limits off of yourself and think about you, what brings you joy, what makes you happy, and try and make it a little bit more fun along the way. I hope this video has helped you. If you want any helps or further advice and tips about bridal wear and outfits, you can reach out to me. My Instagram is at Felisiti Greis, or you can visit my website at felicitigreis.com. I hope you have a lovely time planning your wedding and you have no stress at all.